Welcome back, guys. Once again, I'm Caleb Curry, and this is our MySQL tutorial, like 100 probably something, I don't know. So, I just wanted to review what I had taught you in the last session, or video, or lesson, or whatever you want to call it, about chord families. We have the tonic, which has the first, third, and sixth. And the reason for this is we have C and E, which fit nicely with the third chord. We have E and G, which fit nicely with the third chord. Then we have C and E, which fit nicely with the sixth chord. Make sense? So, then for the subdominant, we have F and A, which fit nicely with the F and A of the D major chord. Now for dominant, we have BDF for the seventh, and then GBD for the fifth, so the overlapping notes are B and D. So here are said to be our chord families. So these fit with these, those fit with those, and these fit with these. So now, when we're creating music, sometimes we don't want simple, okay, we're going to go to the fifth, and then to the fourth, back to the fifth, and then back to the tonic, and okay, we're done. Sometimes that's not good enough, and you want to switch things up to give a new emotional effect, or just to add some more, whatever that is, to your music. So you may want to switch chords, or what we call chord substitution. So you may hear this as chord substitution. Run out of space. Or you may hear it as reharmonizing your harmony. Reharmonizing. So, basically, sometimes when you don't necessarily want to resolve it on the tonic, you can resolve it on one of these other notes, and it will sound fitting enough to fit the music. This goes hand in hand with chord inversions. We have the first inversion and the second inversion. So this is basically just flipping notes around to create new music. It's all the same chord and the same feeling, but it doesn't sound quite the same. And I can show you that on this little keyboard here. C major chord, C major chord. Wait, no, sorry. Dang it. C major chord. Dang it! This is so horrible. Okay. C major chord. C major chord. So close. C major chord. C major chord. Okay, gonna get it right this time. C major chord. C major chord. They sound different, but they're still the same chord. So when we're working with this, what we can do is, instead of having because typically the fifth right here points back to the tonic. The fourth here points either to the fifth or back to the tonic. These are two types. What I said earlier, a cadence pulls us back to the tonic. When we go from the fifth, this is a big mess, I know, but it's okay. When we go from the fifth to the tonic, that is a cadence known as an authentic cadence. So 5 to 1 is an authentic. When we go from the 4 to 1, it's a plagal cadence. I'll write those out when we get some space. So rather than going back to the tonic, we can try going back to the third in the scale and create some new music. And it sounds fitting because of the shared notes, but it doesn't give the same feel. For example, that sounds different than it's broken. Alright. That sounds different than E minor, because one's minor, one's major for one, plus the tonic is what's resolving the entire piece of music or an entire section of music, or starting an entire piece of music. So sometimes we don't want that. We can try swapping it for one of these chords. Same thing for the dominant. We can go to the 7th, which creates a lot of unsettling sounds. It's called dissonance, which we'll get in that later. Doesn't sound quite right. It wants to pull us back up to the tonic. Same thing with the G, or in this case the G, the 5th, always wants to pull back to the tonic. So does this. It wants to pull back to the tonic. So let me clear this up a bit. What we have learned today is cadences. We had authentic and plagal. I think that's how you pronounce it. Authentic cadence is a resolution from the 5th back to the tonic. Then we have plagal, which is a 4th back to the tonic. And just like how we have the 5th wanting to pull back to the tonic, so does the 7th, because it's because this is the leading tone, which pulls us back to the tonic. So that's an example of chord substitution. Rather than going to the 5th, we can try going to the 7th diminished chord, which will add more color or flavor to your music, rather than going out of the scale or having crazy chords. For example, we can have a crazy inverted C major with a sharp 5th and add 13, blah blah blah, but sometimes it's just too much and we just want to simplify things. So what we can do is just try chord inversions and using chords within these 3 chord families rather than the tonic, the 4th, and the 5th all of the time. So that's all I have to say for this video. And in the next video I'll be going over something, of course. So yeah, see you then. Yeah. Bye.